So we're traveling, and I wanted to talk about, just so that you guys would learn from my experience, the medical tests that I just went through. I was told originally that it's called a swallow test, but it's not really that. It's a test to check the muscles of your esophagus to see how strong they are, and it's related to my hernias. And I have two of them, right? Don't forget to say hi if you're in here. So before the doctor figures out what treatment she's going to give the hernias, she wants to know the strength of the muscles in my esophagus, because it affects the treatment she's going to suggest. There's Aid. Hey, Aid, shalom. And there's Tracy Clark, shalom. And originally I had looked up treatments. There's 5 Starfish, 5 by 5, Northeast Ohio. Thank you for letting me know that. Originally, I had looked up some treatments for some of the symptoms I was having, and I picked out one called the Stretta that seemed like it was going to be a good match for me. It's a longer recovery time, but it was less, I won't say invasive, but it was less, like there was no cutting involved. It uses electroshock therapy to your esophagus, and it builds up scar tissue and muscle. And I thought, wow, that sounds great. I'm willing to, spend a year recovery. There is Live Your Truth TV, shalom, and Lampkeeper Journey, and it's never too late to radio, shalom. So I had picked out this Stretta treatment, and then I started calling around trying to find doctors who would do the treatment to fix the hernias and my issues. And I couldn't find any. There was no doctors that would do that procedure in the clinics that I was calling, because there's more than one issue going on. And the Stretta procedure, I came out to find out, is only for people with GERDs. And I have GERDs as a result of my hernias. It's not related. So I was told that's not an option. So it falls back to, I have now like 2 or 3 options, and one of them I really don't want. It's called fundoplation, and they take part of your stomach and wrap it around your esophagus to clamp down on the bottom of the esophagus and to keep it from herniating, and also to keep, hey, thank Ken. Oh, Ken gave $20. Well, gas money. Thank you very much, Ken. Generous of you. To keep the acid from coming up your stomach into your esophagus, because the bottom of your esophagus is weak. And I don't want the fundoplation, but I don't know if I'll be able to argue that with a doctor based on the results of this test they had me do today. And then the other option is called a Lynx, and it's a titanium magnet bracelet that goes around your esophagus. Now, those are treatments just for the acid reflux, but the hernias are, separate operations. I guess they put mesh to reinforce wherever you have the hole in your diaphragm to keep your stomach from popping up in it. So let me go on to this test that I did, because they'd sort of gotten me used to, or told me a little bit about what it was going to be like. And so I was like, not really, really scared, but I was kind of a little bit, a little weird. So it's called a manometry, and they put a catheter down one of your nostrils all the way to your stomach. And then they give you some saline solution. Hey, Victory Garden, shalom. They give you a saline solution in 5 milliliter increments, and you swallow it, and then that catheter is hooked to a computer. And they have it was a really colorful display that measures the strength of your esophagus and the swallowing. And so I went in there, and I'm a pretty good patient. Like I have, because I was EMT, I understand some stuff about medical things and physiology and stuff. And so she's a very nice nurse. She's telling me step by step what she's going to do. She's a little bit afraid, and she's like, we'll do whatever we can do to make you comfortable and so on. But there's a little table in there that's got an emesis bag. If you know what that is, that's for if you have to throw up. And some bottles of water. And she's telling me, we're going to put you in put a robe over your clothes. Then you're going to sit in this chair. And then I have to put this catheter down your nose. And the ringer, the selling point for me is they're going to make me snort lidocaine. Hey, Rob. Welcome. Hi, Christy Hubbard. Rob, I'm talking about this medical procedure I just had, this test, right? So she tells me she's going to squirt lidocaine in my nostril. And I'm all for it. I don't know if you guys know what lidocaine is. Hey, there's J.A. Dudley. Y'all pay attention. He's got the blue wrench. He will throw you out if you don't behave. Tim Pack's there. Prayers for a miraculous healing, SK. I would love a miraculous healing, Tim, but I'm prepared if that does not happen. So, they have you snort lidocaine in your nostril. Lidocaine is a pain reliever, and it's what dentists use on you. But I've also had it once before going to an ER when I had stomach pain. Yeah, it's an anesthetic. It's anesthesia.
Or analgesic or something. Takes all the feeling away.
Right. It's a numbing agent. It takes the feeling away, right? So when I went to the ER for stomach pain, they gave me Malox with lidocaine in it and said swallow it. And I did, and it immediately took the pain away. And I'm like, oh, this is awesome. This is like some genius figured this out.
All the lidocaine shots.
Lidocaine shots, man. Stomach pain gone. So today, she's like, I'll squirt it in your nose, and then you try to get as much of it down your nose as you can, like suck it up in there. And she said, I'm going to do it twice. And I nodded my head. I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, I will absolutely do that thing, because the more you get up in there, the more it's going to numb. And look, there's someone saying, ew, lidocaine up the nose, hard pass. No, man, you want it because it numbs it, right? They're going to put a catheter in my nostril. I want my nose numb. So she did it the first time, and I tried to get as much of it down as far as it would go. And I did it again, and I did it again. And then she looked at me, and like just a couple of seconds later, she's like, is it working? I'm like, yeah. She goes, all right, well, let's put this catheter in. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Because in my mind, the lidocaine also will wear off. And so if I hem and haw and fuss and whatever, it could wear off before we have this thing happen. And it's got to go all the way down to your stomach, right? So she starts, as soon as I say okay, and she put lidocaine all over it as well. This catheter, she rubbed lidocaine all over the catheter. Oh, it might be over there. Right in those woods, I think is where you said. He's looking for a big deer. I don't see anybody out. So as soon as I said, yeah, I'm ready, she shoved I think she said it was 53 centimeters or something of this catheter, which was skinny. That's the other part about that. It was skinny, so it's not as scary as if it had been a bigger thing. All the way down to my stomach. And when it hit the back of my throat, she said, let me know if it hits the back of your throat. And I said, yes. I think she may have had me swallow right then, or drink a little bit of water, and then it went all the way down into my stomach. And I could sort of feel it in there, and I could sort of feel it at the back of my throat, but not completely. And then she had me swallow this saline solution like 10 times. And the whole time she's looking at me, and she seems almost surprised, because one, it didn't take very long to get that tube in. Two, as soon as she said, "Are you ready for the liquid?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we got the 10 because she had to do it 10 times. And when I swallowed, the catheter went to the computer and measured the strength of the muscles in my esophagus. And so it was a display up there, and you could see it. Like, I couldn't interpret it, but I could see it. And then about halfway through, she said, that just went right down. She poured the stuff in my mouth, and I'd swallow it, and I could feel it hit my stomach. And I'm like, is this unusual? Like, when you swallow something, it goes straight down to your stomach, right? And she said, well, people who have esophagus issues, and I'm thinking real issues where they've lost all the muscle tone in their esophagus, or their esophagus has been damaged, or have cancer of the esophagus. She said sometimes it takes a long time for it to travel down. And so the test was over pretty quickly. And when she fed that catheter in my nose, she had me sit in a very particular position, and she just fed it really fast. Okay, it's in, good to go. She taped it to my nose and on the side of my face so it wouldn't move around. And when we were done, she said, okay, so we're going to do the same thing, only in reverse. Hey, vertical live stream, Lance Corporal Veteran. Yeah, my phone is set to do them this way, and YouTube said it's better. Journey Sky Burnham, can you pray for my family? Our house got caught on fire. We lost everything, even our dogs. Sure. Anyway, when it was time to pull this thing out, she said, you're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to blow really hard out your mouth like you're trying to blow out a birthday candle. And so she said, in 3, 2, 1. And so I took a big deep breath, and I went, and she just pulled it out, like hand over hand, like, woo, it's out. And we both sighed a big sigh of relief, like, whoo. I said, awesome. She goes, yeah, that went really well. Like, I got lucky today. You were a really good patient. And I'm like, well, hey, Northwest Arkansas Prepper. Howdy. I said, do you normally have problems with people having this test? And she said, oh yeah. People will throw up. People will scream. People will jerk away from her. People will, say, I'm not going to do that thing. I don't want that thing in my nose, blah, 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 blah. But for me, if you lidocaine something, man, you can probably, I'm not even going to say, I'm just going to say, like, lidocaine works well and it works fast. So if we're going to have an unpleasant experience, but you're going to somehow mitigate that a little bit with lidocaine, I'm a very cooperative person. I want this test done quick if we can. And I will get results from that later. But the importance of the results is for the next step in treatment for me for the hernias. So that is what we just got finished doing. And then we have 2-3 days for Passover. Passover will be here Monday. So we've been, it's been really, really busy. So let me see if you guys have any questions or comments. Everybody pray for Journey Sky Burnham with the fire. Let's see what else we have. WK2 boosted. Can you say hello to my grandma? I think she is in the same nursing home as you. That's a troll, but they're not that bad. Yeah, there we are. I'm a wuss for pain. I'm the guy who asked for more pain relief shots and then some more. It really wasn't painful at all. It was weird. It was really weird. And another thing I want to say, okay, the new item to have lidocaine. Hate you had to get it done, but glad it went well. That is why the Vasotracin spray for pain relief works so well, having that in there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. To avoid having to do this in the future for y'all, I'm trying to get this thing steadied. I didn't bring the selfie stick or anything with me. Try not to get hernias. Now, for women, pregnancy can cause hernias. For anybody, lifting weight beyond your capability just because you think you need to, this person can cause a hernia. And then something I learned recently, Pastor and I had like flu and also COVID, and we had some bouts of really intense coughing. Coughing really hard can also cause hernias, and there's more than one kind of hernia, but usually they don't miraculously heal. I won't say that it never happens, because my son had one that was different than mine that he prayed for, and it did heal. So it can be healed. Well, the Father can heal anything. But normally the kind that I have are not spontaneously healing. Like I can't do yoga and all of a sudden it works because of the way the muscles work. All right, so let's see what else y'all are saying. Thank you for explaining that step by step. I've got hernia issues now, so I've got to do it. I know what to expect. Yes, I'm glad that you will know also. And it didn't freak me out, but I don't have a gag reflex, and I have a high pain tolerance. And also because I kind of understood what was going to happen, and I've already been trained in nasopharyngeal airways, and they're not really painful, they're just kind of awkward. I wasn't afraid, and so I tried to cooperate as much as I could. That ligament works a treat, by the way. Personally, I prefer no pain and will do what's needed to get rid of it. Actually begged for it before I had my gallbladder removed. Right, like, we have modern medicine. I don't think modern medicine is evil. I think it's there to help us. And so if there's something that needs fixed, I like fixing it. Liniment, darn spell check. Oh, liniment. Okay, go back. That liniment works a treat, by the way. Oh, good, Aid. I'm glad you went and got some. Yeah, the horse liniment works really well on sore muscles. And it's funny because Pastor and I were at a store buying more stuff, and there was an old fella, older than us, definitely by probably about 20 years, who was buying just a bottle of that liniment. And I thought, oh, he knows the secret. And we mentioned something to it, and he's like, yeah, I got lower back pain, and this stuff is awesome. So, yep. I was wondering what you were talking about. Me too. Ligament. So yeah, you want to avoid straining beyond your capability, and try not to cough super, super hard if you can help it. And then I forget what the other things to get a hernia were. Obviously, men aren't going to get pregnant.
Men can get pregnant.
No, they can't. Had groin hernia at 18, being lazy, pushing a 50-pound box with my foot, had surgery and reoccurring pain for 8 years after. Yeah, like it's no joke. That's not me saying don't work out or don't be strong or anything like that.
You need to work out so you don't get hernias.
Right, you need to work out so you're strong and you don't get hernias. Just don't attempt, more weight than you're capable of doing. Hello, Patty Sanchez. You missed the whole conversation, but that's okay. Right, you can watch it later as a video. Right now we can just chat. I know some of us here, yes, we can, said Ken Moreland. What liniment? I'm having to shovel clay dirt out of a 24-inch deep trench. I could use some. Okay, so this liniment...
We got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to lose service. The liniment you get at a farm store, at a TSC or a Atwoods or a co-op or whatever, and it's for horses. And there's more than one variety. The one I'm using right now is Absorbing Junior. Is the company that makes it, and it's horse liniment. It's for horses' sore muscles. And you just slap it on where you have soreness, and it works pretty darn well to get rid of it. Who else is getting ready for Passover? Thanks, I'll hit TSC on Sunday. Patty Sanchez raised her hand. Yay! Gonna be making some matzah. Probably on Sunday just because we're busy.
We have a dog named Matza because we got it at Passover.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, she's one killed raised ups. Whoops. I used tie liniment my entire fight career. There you go.
What was
Getting
that stuff
older.
called in Thailand? Tiger Balm.
Tiger Balm. That's another muscle relief thing. That's how I found out about it. Older gentleman in a farm store. Love that horse liniment, says Tracy Clark. And Rob Painless says getting older isn't for the weak. Ask me how I know. No, it's not. And I thought I was pretty strong until I figured out I did something. I blew out something.
Busted a gut.
Landkeeper, the one I've got is called Absorbine. Yeah, Absorbine is a company that's been around a really long time. Like when I was a kid and we lived in the Philippines and I'd get mosquito bites, that's what we would put on mosquito bites, was Absorbine Junior. Did anybody see the reels about the flooding in Dubai? That's pretty extreme. Supposedly they cloud seeded and then got inches of rain and it flooded the whole country. Their airport, all their roads, everything. I use 2 old goats I get at the co-op. Was swinging a 2-pound hammer today and I'm feeling it. And Marie Negre says, yep, getting ready for Passover. The Dubai flooding, that was crazy. It was crazy. I still wonder if somebody just AI'd the airplanes driving through the water.
Probably ball.
Definitely not built for heavy rain. Yeah, I'm driving. Yeah, see? And look, I took my hand off the wheel. Whoops. No. I was thinking that it was cloud seeding, but thought they did it without the people's knowledge. Now, I don't know. That's what I heard or saw online, was that they tried to cloud seed and it went terribly, terribly wrong. And there were videos showing, because Dubai's very rich, lots of rich people go there, drowned vehicles like Lamborghinis and Maseratis,
Yeah, they have a lot of really expensive
and Land Rovers and, expensive cars, and just underwater. Not that they're going to care. They'll have insurance, or they'll just take some of their oil money and buy another one. But it's wait till those show up at the used car lots in America. If it's a Maserati for $1,000, check under the hood for the flooding signs on the engine. Trailer trash. You in Alabama? It looks like Alabama, don't it? They said they could drive on the one main road to the airport. Now they opened that up, part of the airport again. I bet. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to stay flooded forever. PJ, take the wheel. It's magic how I can just drive with no hands on the wheel. Arkansas Hillbill E. They've been talking about this for years. It's no secret. The sheep are blind. Well, and there's been congressional excerpts saying there's some ministry of controlling the weather. I forget how it was phrased. And I swear I can remember the 60s cloud seeding being a thing. They leave them on the side of the
That's
road.
going about 95 miles an hour.
Ooh, that person's going way too fast. Hey, y'all, shalom. Arkansas Hillbilly weather warfare. Oh, what's this? Wait a minute. There was a story the other day on Gateway that told about the program they have over there. They cloud seed whenever the conditions are right, and they do it all the time.
Yeah, it wasn't weather warfare. They did it to themselves.
Yeah. No, Jay Dudley's right. They leave them on the side of the road. Watch the documentary on it. Yeah, and they'll leave them at the airport too. If they're flying somewhere, they just leave their $200,000 car in the airport parking lot. I'll get another one when I come back. If someone steals it, whatever. Have you grown your own? You have your own automatic pilot named PJF. That's right. It's a system that drives the car, and I don't have to have a lot of input. Do you like Chief Keef Sosa? Not sure what that is. It's like Tyson? 100% proof we have planes in the air in the USA right now. Public companies that advertise to multiple weather. There's Magical Girl. Hi, where are you headed to? Well, wouldn't you like to know? I'm not going to talk about that. So do you all have your gardens in now? Do you have your plants growing and everything?
I need to work on that.
Pastor said, God bless you. Well, bless you too. Manipulate my bad. Oh, okay. See what's up there. Public companies that advertise to manipulate weather. All right, I got about 2 minutes. Yes, indeed, said the Covenant Homestead. Hey, shalom. Covenant Homestead, welcome. We got 2 minutes. I have garlic, but the dogs dug it up. Isn't that the way? I got to get back to work. Really good to see both of you. Regards to PJ. Most are still in my greenhouse waiting for next weekend to plant. Aww. Are you breaking ground, Patty? Are you going to have like the big outdoor thing, or are you going to have garden beds? We'll see if she answers, and then I'm going to have to shut it down. Thank you, Sister Kate. We love you both bunches. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate all my followers and channel supporters like Patty and everyone who comments on the videos and everything. I appreciate all y'all. Thanks for the quick live. Sorry I was late. Be safe. The medical information will be at the beginning of the video. You can watch it there and get the update. 7 minutes to clock out time. Thanks for the visit. And POTS this year. The well is going in next week. Yahoo! That's good news, Patty. Monkey Ranch YouTubers covers this and more in detail. Flight tracking guide. Okay. Well, thank you for that. All right, I'm going to sign off now. Bless y'all. Thanks for showing up. And Caesar, and again, hope these don't freeze up this time. Me too. I'm going to sign off, y'all. If you wanted to find out about the medical stuff, just watch this once it turns into a video and you'll get all the information. Thanks, Patty. See you guys. Whoop, other finger. Shalom. Oh, still. Here we go. Okay.